started coming up towards the line where we're seeing all of the other post holes where people have dug, came across our first hole. Now, sometimes when the ocean is a little bit rougher, or sometimes when the clams are not actively feeding, they're a little bit tougher to find. So walk with me right over here. I don't know if you guys can see it all that well, but if you look right here, there's that tiny little donut right there. Now, sometimes you can take your heel or your pounder and hit right next to it. You'll see them start to move the sand and they'll come out of their hole. Right now, that's not happening today. So you just need to use your eyes and pay really close attention to your surroundings. Just go slow. Typically, I like to run a gun. Take my pounder, go really fast, look for those active clams, try and get them. It's not working today. So I'm learning from the family and friends that we have here. They're just walking around way away from the tie line and finding clams. So I'm gonna put my clam gun at an angle because these clams are positioned at a slight angle towards the surf. And I'm not trying to push down really hard and fast. I just kind of let the sand slowly take the clam gun in. Just wiggle it back and forth, left and right, up and down. Trying to be careful not to crush the clam. Okay, I'll start with the first little bit of hole. Nothing yet. A little bit deeper here. There we go. There it goes. Okay, let's see if we can get him on this pole. There he is. Perfect size razor clam. Awesome. We're gonna have an excellent clam fry a little bit later on today. 10, 11, 12. We talked about how to utilize the clam gun, but now we're going to talk about how to use the shovel. You want to start about 6 inches towards the ocean of the show, and that's because these clams are angled towards the ocean itself. Now, what you don't want to do is stick the blade into the sand and pull back really hard. All that's going to do is put the blade of the shovel halfway through the clam. You're going to break your clam. So if you are going to do it with the face of the shovel towards the clam, you're going to go in with the handle pointing way up the beach to make sure the blade goes straight down, and then barely pull back and lift up. You're not trying to dig a really big hole, you're just trying to create a gap to get your hand in there to reach in at an angle sideways, grab a hold of the clam and pull it back out and up. So with the face towards the clam, just real short digs, creating a hole next to the show. And the same is true when you take the back of the shovel. Back of the shovel, straight down, handle towards you and towards the ocean. And you're going to create a gap and dig out towards yourself. And this is the way that I personally prefer to do it. This way, we're not going to break the clam. Once you get down to about the depth that you think that these clams are, you can take your hand, reach into the hole, go at an angle, reach around, feel them, and then pull them up. It's a great technique to do. It's the way I was originally taught. It's the way that my mom still to this day likes to dig her clams.